Hello, welcome to this short session today. We're going to talk about determinants of value. Listen, this comes out of the valuation section or the appraisal section of your common law, the national portion. You're going to have to know this stuff for the state exam, specifically determinants or characteristics of what creates value. Okay, very important concept, very important to understand for the state exam. You will see some questions pertaining to this. My name is John Enzing. I am a real estate instructor licensed in both Louisiana and Florida. My specialty is to do one-on-one private tutoring. That's with you, the student, to prepare for the exam. Non-credited hours, just one-on-one, get you ready for things you don't understand, to include the common law and the Louisiana state portion, from contracts to finance to real estate calculations, all the way to civil code, and then the state portion of anything you need to know, law of agency, etc. If you need some one-on-one time to prep for the exam, go to privateturingsession.com. That's privateturingsession.com, or email me at john.enzing@gmail.com. All right, let's dive into this. Here we go. Concepts of value. The first thing we're going to look at when it comes to the characteristics or determinants of what creates value, I've got a memory aid for you, and it's called DUST, D-U-S-T. You always want to assimilate or associate this with determinants or the characteristics of what creates value, okay? So here it goes. The first one we're going to look at is demand. Demand, if you think about it, is the want, but you have to have the ability to finance the property, either pay cash for it or get a loan, okay? But demand is very critical when it comes to value and how it's increased, okay? Some markets can be what they call a seller's market, where you have a low inventory, which means very few houses for sale, and a large demand. There's the word demand for property. In other words, a lot of buyers. What does that do to the price? It drives it up, right? People compete for the houses. I sold a house in Florida, $40,000 over appraised value. This couple bought it for to get the property. $40,000 over appraised value. They came out of pocket in addition with their loan, but they wanted the house. But that's how stiff the competition was. So the demand, you got to have the ability to pay for it, is going to have a very big impact when it comes to value as far as increasing it. Utility, or what they call use value. Many times we've seen and heard that properties, when you get closer to the inner city, downtown areas, where people can walk to work, etc., but property is more expensive, whether it's a condo, whether it's a single story, single residential, two-story type residential home. The closer you get to the inner city, the more expensive. Less expensive when you get outside into the suburban or rural areas. But what do you got to put up every day? You got hours of driving to and from work. So what is my use value? What is my utility need as a buyer? Okay, do I need to be close to work? So, because I don't have a vehicle, or maybe I use mass transit, or maybe I just don't feel like driving all that time to work. So my utility or use value is going to be incorporated. I want to walk to work. I want to be blocks from my employment. So I'm willing to pay more for the property. Okay, utility. What's it going to service my needs, and is it going to satisfy my needs? Scarcity. This is the inventory I was telling you that's coupled with demand. So it's a limited supply, okay? So housing market, no inventory. If I say no inventory, but little inventory, you got a lot of buyers or high demand. Those two right there make, two ingredients make a great, great opportunity for a seller's market. Prices go up because they compete for the property. And then transferability. Got to be able to convey a marketable title. What does a marketable title mean? Free and clear of all liens. Okay, got to be free, clear of all liens, and it's got to be marketable and be able to be transferred into the buyer's ownership. So listen, know this acronym: DUST, demand, utility, scarcity, and transferability. And listen, I hope you enjoyed this short session when it comes to determinants or characteristics of value. Again, if you need some help prepping for the exam, go to privatetutoringsession.com. Look forward to helping you. Bye now.